Ballpark Nation presents. Welcome to Go Astros, your look at the two-time World Series champions from three guys who have been here since Art Howe had hair.
And good morning, everybody. This is another Go Astros Short Hops. I am your host, Jim Christopher. And yeah, we did not do an episode yesterday because it was Labor Day, and doggone it, we're taking the day off. It's what our forefathers fought or marched for, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know the history of Labor Day. What I do know is the history of this baseball season, and look, I don't get to be right a whole lot of times, but I'm going to take some time to be right today. You can go back as far back as May and June, where I never really gave up on the Astros winning the division. And we had people all over the place trying to calculate, well, if they can get to X number of wins, then it would take this to make the wild card. And my whole thing was just finish one game ahead of the Mariners. Who cares? Like, the Mariners weren't running away with anything. So to me, it meant that all previous season models were thrown out the window. And I also fully believed that the Astros were going to win the division. I believe that the division at least, will be wrapped up before the last week of the season. I don't think that trip to Seattle is going to matter as far as the actual winning of the division. I also never gave up the belief that the Mariners were anything but a 500 team. And guess what? They sit here today at 69-69. Nice. Okay, I did it. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about the fact that the Astros are where they are, 6 games up as you enter the last 21 games of the season is a pretty sweet place to be. Particularly when you look at it and realize that for the last, since the turnaround began, so sometime in early May, the Astros have been 8 games better than any other team in the American League, which shows you that they are a good baseball team and they will be hanging around for more than a minute. Right now on Fangraphs, they have a 97.4% chance of winning the division. Now the next big task is to catch Cleveland and get the first round bye, which I think if you look at the Cleveland schedule and you look at the Astros schedule, I think the Astros have more than a puncher's chance of being able to do that. You know, it might go down to that last series against Cleveland in Cleveland, but I do feel like the Astros are going to catch them. I feel like you'll see the Astros with the second seed, which will provide that first round bye, which is going to be all too important to rest a team that's been having to push it pretty hard since June. That's been the one real fallout of the slow start. It turns out was, you can't just go through your normal work rest schedule or whatever it is and chill out. You've got to actually keep pushing hard. So now you have a 6-game lead. The Astros, according to Power Rankings Guru, have the 26th hardest, so 4th easiest strength of schedule remaining. Cleveland comes in at the 12th most difficult. So things should hopefully shake out in the Astros' favor. One of the things we're still seeing from the Astros, and more importantly from its fan base, is just a lot of hand-wringing about stuff that doesn't really matter. I saw people yesterday reacting to the loss by saying this was the worst loss in a while. Well, if in a while means 6 or 7 games, well, of course, because that was their first loss in, 6 or 7 games. So you're not really a genius for pointing that out. Plus, it was a pretty pedestrian 5-3 loss. The Verlander stuff is, of course, concerning, but don't tell me it was worse than any of the times when the Astros have gone into the 8th inning winning this season only to lose the game. Because if that's just a serious case of hyperbole, if you think a 5-3 game in which the Astros never led was somehow worse. So relax. Of course, we can always count on Astros Twitter to be reactive and irrational at any possibility or given any opportunity to do so. Astros have 2 more games against Cincinnati. I fully expect them to win them. I think we're past the days of the Astros playing just down to their competition. Yesterday, the Astros lost because Verlander, at his own admission, said he wasn't ready. He's still not there. But we've got Arrighetti, and then we have Hunter Brown, and then they come back against the D-backs, which will be a tough series. That might be the toughest series the Astros actually have left, is against the Diamondbacks, which have been playing really, really good baseball up until the most recent season or the most recent series against the Dodgers. So that's where we are. Astros are in first, 6 games up. The Mariners are 500 and can't buy a win. So until next time, I'm your host, Jim Christopher. Go Stros.